Apple's iPhone XS and iPhone XS Max are officially here in India. Now, I've been using the iPhone XS for a little over a week, and here's what I thought. I want to start with the design of the iPhone and this gold color. Now, iPhone of course has made the gold popular. In fact, they started the gold option with the iPhone 5S. But this dark gold on the side and this gold at the back, which has a hint of pink to it in fact, is something that really stands out, and it's not commonplace. In fact, this color really appeals to me, though a few people might find it a bit too blingy. But do keep in mind that this is all glass, and that means it is fragile and prone to smudges. Sadly, you will need a case which will cover up all that beautiful gold. Now, if you are upgrading from an older iPhone, say the iPhone 6S or the 7, you will have to learn to deal with the notch on the iPhone XS. It does make for a jarring experience in some apps, especially YouTube, where I can find that the content is wrapped around it when I do the pinch to zoom feature, but it's something that you'll just have to live with. The iPhone XS comes with a 5.8-inch OLED display, and this is one of the best in the market. It's right on top with the Samsung displays out there. Be it the blacks, the color reproduction, viewing angles, it's all great, and it makes for a very good video watching experience. Talking about the iPhone XS's performance, there's really no cause for complaint, and frankly there's never been a cause for issue on an iPhone. If you really value benchmarks on Antutu and Geekbench, this really does knock it out of the park. It's way higher than most Android flagships, and I've been using this as my primary device, which means there are multiple apps running on it at all times, and there's no lag or stuttering as such. Now let's move on to the camera bit. Now, in the camera space, I would say that the iPhone dominated at least 2 years back, till the Pixel came on the scene, and they really knocked it out of the park with the Pixel 2 series. So, what about the iPhone XS? Now, I would say that the Smart HDR does make a difference to the kind of photos you're going to get. There's a lot more dynamic range in the photos, and even in low light, the performance has improved. Portraits also look pretty good on this phone, and I really like the selfie camera as well, which I felt was a big improvement over the iPhone 8. However, I would not say that the portraits are completely perfect, and they still need some space for improvement. For instance, the edges of the hair are still blurred in some photos. And my vote here still lies with the Pixel 2. Even in low light, I'd give the Pixel 2 an edge. On a more serious note though, I would say that in the camera department, the top smartphones are pretty evenly matched, and for a lot of users, it will boil down to personal preference. Now with iPhone XS, one of the other things that I experienced was the stereo sound, and it's much clearer and louder. In fact, this was for me at times the primary device for playing music when I was too lazy to find a Bluetooth speaker. Finally, talking about the battery, which I feel still remains a weak point on the iPhone series. Now with the iPhone XS, I can just about get a day's battery, and keep in mind I'm a heavy duty user. I have an Apple Watch connected to it, I'm streaming music via AirPods, and this is my primary device, which means it has a flood of notifications throughout the day. iPhone XS also comes with an Animoji and Memoji feature. Animoji we've already seen on the previous iPhone X, but Memoji is something new. It basically converts your face into a bit of an Animoji kind of thing. However, I don't really care for it that much, though I would say that the Memoji is the most acceptable emoji version of myself that I've seen so far. So is the iPhone XS a worthy upgrade? Now if you've been using an iPhone 6S or an older iPhone for a really long time, this might seem like a good time to upgrade. But that price point is not easy to swallow with or without EMI. So it might be a good decision to in fact wait till the iPhone XR launches in October, because that's more affordable, though not really affordable at 76,000 plus. Keep in mind though that the iPhone XR does come with some compromises, like an outdated screen resolution. However, if you are waiting for an affordable iPhone, keep in mind that that's a futile wait. iPhones are devices that will last you a long time, depending on the kind of care you take, 2 to 3 years, and they come with regular updates, which is a massive advantage over most Android phones. More so, Apple has been able to convince users that its devices are the premium ones in the market. In fact, it pushed the $1,000 price mark with the iPhone X in 2017 and hasn't looked back since then. If you want a premium phone, I'd say the iPhone XS is a top choice.